Hi Kunal. Hi Kalyan. Good
Yeah,
evening. Good evening.
are you comfortable? First of all,
Yeah, I am.
okay. So yeah, let's start with a brief introduction first.
Okay. Hello everyone. Thank you for your call. And I do have total 5.8 years experience into Power BI. I worked on the SQL and Excel as well. I joined. There I have worked on multiple domain like HR, insurance, banking, and sales project as well. I worked there till until 2000. There I am working in medical domain project. My current project, my last project was basically into the client was manufacturing of neuro and medical equipment like neuro and sensory. So we are right now building an analytical solution that can give insight about the product performance like licensing of software, risk analysis, security of application. For that we are using import mode for data source, and we have the SQL, Jira, GitHub uh, as a data source. And for KPI we worked on we fetching the data from the black duck and security, black duck and coverity, and show the data and the low, high and medium performances for the security purpose, licensing purpose, and the operation. So the data is there into the black duck and security, that is shown into there. So that particular data I have to show into my dashboard as per the
Yes.
performance.
Okay, sounds good. So here I am.
SQL Server, I rate myself as a 3 out of 5 because mostly I worked on the DDMM command, like command for the data calculation purpose only.
So what is your strength in SQL? So what is your day-to-day activity in SQL?
SQL Server, I don't have if I need to verify the data, whatever the calculation they have given. So whatever the calculation they have given, so I have to calculate the data whether it is correct or not. The calculation is coming or right or not. And sometimes what happened is I have made the report, and sometimes what happens is my dashboard they are not the data is not fetching out. So I have to check uh, into my data flow if the into my data flow whether data is there or not. If it is there, so that I have to check on the SQL server as well, data flow as well. So I have to put the command like a date command, ascending order, descending order. So the current date is coming or not. So whether they have the data put it or not. So according to that, I have to put the command there. Like what is that? The current data is there or not.
Okay, so I understand database side. Then I will ask you for power. So from database side, what you will do?
Like you have shown me the data, I need to understand, see I need to understand what is your uh, which industry you belong first,
So
right?
let's say it's a healthcare domain. I say it's a healthcare domain
Hmm.
related to patient. Is your further?
Okay, so I had got to I got to know the domain, which domain you belong to, which kind of data you want. So according to that, I need to check the what will be the data source. Whether you will put the data from the some SQL some server, or I have you will provide me the Excel sheet. So see, if you are providing me the Excel sheet, I need to fetch fetch out the data, that data into the SQL server, do some uh, calculation, the whatever the some basic information you will provide me. So this is the total number of employee per day visiting. These are the total number of employees were visited the last year or the current year and this particular month. So I have to check the data, the whether the data is provided or not, and and from how many sources the data will come, like if you would have multiple resources, or the data will come from one particular person, and how the data will come, like because then according like matlab, how frequently data will come, like it will come on daily or weekly, you will update the data. So I have to put the refresh detail as well there. So that understanding I have to take. So according to that I make the changes, what will be the columns there, how many numbers of column. See, for importing the data I have to check how big the data is. So
what is the stored procedure and sequence server? Yeah, it's right. What is the stored procedure and sequence?
so uh, we can create the table there, like if according to the parameter, if we need to require any table, so we'll add some table. If you want to calculate any table, we have to calculate two tables, so we'll create the two table there.
So how many types of joins are available in SQL Server?
Joins are anti join, inner join, outer join, anti join. So these are the joins are available there into the SQL Server.
Which join you say? Anti join.
Yeah, inner join, outer join, left join, right
Okay.
joins. These are the joins are available there into the SQL Server.
Okay.
So
There is an outer apply join also available in SQL. Do you know about the outer apply?
see, inner join, left join, route join, full join, cross joins are there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
What is the
see, I'll create the visual. See, if you want, I'll show you first the trend chart. So how many visitors are coming on monthly basis? If you want to see the, and put that slicer as well, so it will show you the trend in the trend chart. I'll put the monthly filter. If you want to see the day, like if I need to check, if you want to see the date wise, month wise or year wise. So year wise or month wise, I can put the slices there. So if you want to filter out the data, you can put into the that filter into the slicer. So in trend chart you can see the footfall there into the trend chart. I'll create some measures there where you can see the patient dashboard, like how many footfall, like total number of employee last month, total number of employee current month has come, or the last year current year data will also, last year or current year data will also I can show you the into the dashboard. So you can you can compare the data there. So how many data footfall is coming last month, that particular month, last year that particular month, or current year that particular month. So that data we can show.
Okay.
We can show the measure, and we can show the total cost as well into the bar chart. How much profit we are gaining from the last year and the current year as well into the stack bar chart. So that I can create, and we can show the financial performance, like revenue, expenses, and profitability analysis we can do into department wise, and staffing level we can do workforce management, all workforce metrics such as staff turnover, vacancy rate, and workload distribution. So many things are there what we can show there, and the resource utilization, like uses of hospital resources like bed, operation rooms, and equipment, and inventory management also we can show there.
Perfect. Perfect. Right. Okay, good. So this is yeah. Okay. I will ask you some questions regarding the Power BI.
Do some transformation there. If you want to add some column or table, add some column, remove some column, filter the data, and hide some column. So according to your requirement, if whatever the changes you are doing into the import mode into your Power BI, Power Query, so that you can do all the changes into the Power Query, the transformation you do, like
Okay.
merging, appending, or joining tables. Yeah.
Yeah. So what is the difference between merge and append?
In append you can add row one table below another table, and all columns should be all columns should be the same. And into merge you can combine two or more table based on the common column to create new table.
Okay, so for example, I have.
Yes, we can append those two tables. See, the data will whatever the column matching, that data will come, and another for the another table the data another two another table will create, like another column will create. So for matching, like if the column name are same for those five columns. So yeah, we can create the table like for the matching column only. All cardinality, it can be one to one, one to many, many to many. So into one to one, each record is in one entity can be most of one related record in another entity, or vice versa. Or one to many, each record in one entity and have multiple related record into the another entity, it's called one to many. And into many to many, each record is into one entity and can be associated with multiple record into another entity, that is called many to many. Like if you talk about example, like if each employee has a single unique employee id and each employee has one associated department, so it will create one relationship. And one to many is each customer can place multiple orders, but each order belong to one single customer, so that will create a one to many relationship. And for many to many relationship, the student can enroll into multiple courses, but for each courses can have multiple student, for each sources can have can have multiple students, so that is called many to many relationship.
Okay.
What is the difference between
Single and bidirectional relationship?
Like in a single direction relation, data flow is one directional only form of primary table to the related table. Like it is used for when you want to filter data into the related table based on the selection or filter applied in the primary table. For example, filtering sales data for selected customer in a customer table.
Okay.
And to bidirectionally.
Yeah, go ahead.
In a bidirectional relationship, data can flow in the both direction between the primary and the related table. So the bidirectional, it is used to when you want to filter to work in both direction, aligned to filter it either table to affect other, or this can be useful for section where you need to analyze the data across multiple tables. For example, if you have table A in the primary table and the table B in the related table with a bidirectional relationship, it changes the table B can affect the table A or as a vice versa.
Okay.
See, dimension table contained information related to like all the information is there, like recording to like primary keys are there. So sorry, fact table contains all the information about the table, like all the data will be there. And dimension table is contains descriptive attributes like characters of data being analyzed. These attributes provide context to additional detail to measure or metrics in the table.
Okay. What is circular dependence?
Where the tables are dependent on each other, like refers situation when the two or more entity depend on each other directly or indirectly, like creating a loop that provide the resolution of dependency in Power BI. So that is called a circular dependency. For example, if a table A is related to table B and the table B is also related to table A, so it creates a circular dependency. So this can lead to issues such as incorrect calculation, ambiguity there, like into the filtering behavior and performance degradation. See, measure when you want to calculate a table there, so when you want to show the when you want to show the average count, average counts, total sales count, total performance. So they are typically used to aggregation such as sum, average count, or complex calculation using the dex. So it is language. The measure can be dynamic, like it responds to interaction filter the slicer applied the data. It can be reused across the different visual within the report, like total sales, total average value, that way. And calculated column, when you create another table using existing table by putting some expression, like a profit table. So into the sales and profit, you have to put like total number of sales and the profit, so according to that, you are creating another table. You are creating revenue table. So that is so there you are using calculated table, sorry, calculated column.
So can we create?
Yes, we can create a dynamic calculated column. Like for that, we have to put like for that we have to put the dex function according to the requirement. Like
Okay, for example, if I have some selected.
like if in Power BI you can use selected value from a slicer or filter such as calendar year, or create a context text set column in table. So this can be achieved using dex formula to reference the selected value to perform calculation or logic based on that value. So we can create a calculated column and write the dex formula there, like select value function and all. So if you want me to write some dex functions, I can write. So
it will change value according to that year, right?
Yeah, context text column, or if date calendar, we can we can select the value there and select year. So according to that, your data will change.
Okay.
It will functions like DEX provide a wide range of function to by performing various calculation, aggregation, filtering, and manipulating the data there. And calculated columns. So in calculated columns, we can use the column to a table are computed based on the DEX formula. They are allow you to drive new value by performing calculations row by row. Like if you will calculate it row there, you can. You can create another calculated table, calculated column. And measures are calculation that are dynamically evaluate the based on the context or report. If you want to apply the dex formula, but there you can apply the dex formula also there. You can interact that you can interact that measure with the slicer as well. And context is also there. It is a dex expression, or it is evaluated with two main contexts, like two row context or filter context. So row context refer to current row being the calculated, while referring context refer to the filter applied on the to the data, including the slicer, filter, or relationship between tables.
Okay. What do you mean by
department? For example, sales department, finance department, and HR department. So for according to that, if you want to group the data as per the department, you have the whole set of data. If you want to set the data according to the department, so you use group. Like it is a dex function. Like you can aggregate data based on the specific criteria, such as value is a column to expression defined in dex formula. So you can group the data there. Like you can summarize the data there.
Okay.
For that we have to apply we can that I can do that we can do on a Power BI editor. And we can select the column there and do the group by according to the within the we can select the select the group by the transform group. Like we can group the we can configure the group. Like if the group is, you can specify the grouping according to the criteria. You can group each column based on the defined aggregate function. Like, and you can apply each group. Like for example, if you have a category column with value A, B, C, D, E, so you can group by this column and define aggregate functions such as count, sum, average, etc. that way. And after that you can apply the changes.
how are DEX and Power Query different from each other?
Part of the Power BI by ecosystem. Like in Dex provide function for performing calculation, aggregation, filtering, and manipulating the data, and Power Query provide a basic transformation into the function, like add column, remove column, filter column, and if you want to create another, if you want to create a date table there, you can create that. So Dex formula is using the language there.
Okay. What is the difference between?
You can do visual wise if you are putting the filter there. So if you are filter there, so it can be filter out the data into the one particular visual. So and slicer you can bookmark is where you can add the button if you want to show multiple visuals into one dashboard, so you can use the bookmark. uh, so one visual will overlap another visual, and you can add the one visual, you can use you can put a one button there where you can when you will click on the that particular button, like bookmark, so it will create the, like you can see the changes there, like which bookmark you will check, you will click, so you will see the data from that visual. And understood, like
Yeah. Okay. Like switching that visual, right?
yeah. So with this help you can create multiple visuals into one particular particular page. So into one page, with the help of the bookmark, you can create multiple visuals. So
Okay.
by
Can
clicking,
we create save those in a bookmark? Then is that possible?
yes, we can create a bookmark. Like it is possible if your data is not there into your system, we can create, because see that bookmark we are creating for the visual, right? For showing the
Yeah.
data source. So yes, we can create a bookmark for the multiple visuals.
Can we list out some?
Yeah, Dex function I have using calculated table, time intelligence functions. I have used it.
What is time intelligence?
Time intelligence function where you use the data, like you will analyze the data on the basis of the time period, like month wise, year wise, previous year, or experience. We use the same period last year, previous. We want to see the data, like sales data for date, like month, year, calendar, or calendar auto. So we have to check the total sales from the last year or current year. So we can use the time intelligence function there.
Okay. What is the difference between sum and SumX?
Into some like you can calculate the number of numbers in the column, so we can use the sum, and for SumX we can calculate the sum of an expression evaluate for each row on the table. So by putting some expression, we use SumX there.
What is the syntax for SumX?
Sorry,
Syntax for SumX.
sum your table name and whatever the expression you want to put, like divide
Okay.
percentage, that.
How to calculate cumulative total index?
Create a first value, like if you want to create a total sales there.
Yeah. Then how to calculate the?
So let me write it. So if you have scenario, you can give me some scenario there. Like it will calculate function of calculate sum or sales amount for each row, filtering the including only row where the data is less than or equal to the current row date, or earlier function in the used to reference the current row or date.
Okay.
We can use a table option there, year to date. We can replace the table name with the name of the table, and measure with the name of the measure, so we can calculate the year to date table.
Okay.
Semantic model we can create. I have like in my current project only I have used a semantic model. Like you can we can share the data set or data set as well as a service and the multiple report in within Power BI semantic model. It will allow you to centralize your data into modeling and calculate into a data set and then use the data set as a data source of multiple report. So into my current project I have used the semantic model.
Yeah.
Like start by
Okay. So how to use that?
From the get data only you could go to the get data and select the uh, semantic mode and you can select the data there and you can from the data source you can get the data from the you can provide the connection there depend on the data connector you selected. So you need to provide the connection details such as server address, database name, authentication method, or any other if the any other information is required.
But
that you provide.
to connect with Power BI dataset, how can I connect that Power BI dataset in a report? Can I use that Power BI dataset itself to create other report?
Like in Power BI desktop, we can from the get data you can get the semantic data there. Like in
Yeah. So over there, do we need to require that to server name or anything?
We do need to require
Server name or anything?
Yeah, we do need to require the server name. Like we have to provide the server name there. From the, if that is already connected, so you can directly connect it with the. But if you want to get the data into initially, you have to get the data from there. From the semantic mode, you have to provide this server detail there, server detail and source name, like which table you want to connect.
Okay.
We have to provide a server address or database name for authentication method.
Yeah, but that is for the server. That
data source from where?
is a data source. Data source should be a Power BI data set itself. See, first I have created one Power BI file and I have published that file. So I have in Power BI service I have a data set, right? Now I want to use that data set in my another report.
So in Power BI data set we can connect under the online service category. Like we have to sign into the Power BI account to enter your Power BI credential there, so email or password. So we can select the data.
Have you ever tried to that thing?
Yeah, if the data set is already there into the Power BI services, if you want to, you can download it and republish it after using it.
Okay. What do you mean by
access to the see if you have the data country wise or region wise or the department wise, so according to that if you and you want to show the data according to other department, so you will put the row level security according to the group. This particular group can see that a particular chunk of data, this particular group can see this chunk of data. So according to that we put the row level security there, so people will not have the access from the other data sources, other department data source or other country data source. So,
okay, now I have
you have 5 rows and you want to for the particular user you want to provide the access of 2 country. So
yeah.
So we can group the user and according to the specific country, then we can create a country table if we don't have any country table there. So and then we can map the user according to country.
But I have 5 rows only, like
it is it is possible to provide like we can define the security rules, like create security rules in Power BI desktop, so we can provide the access.
So where I have to assign that those user in
In
user
Power BI desktop, like each represent different combination of the
Okay.
rules of filter data access. For example, you could have rule A and rule B, so that way
Okay.
we can create the table there.
Okay. What?
It will provide, you can create
Okay.
a dashboard there, and we can report publish there. We can schedule the data refresh, and we provide the access to the according to the according to the user.
Okay. So how to give access to the, but how to assign that access to the user? Is there is some steps, right, to do that? So what kind of steps?
So you have to go to the Power BI services, and go into the and select your report and go on the view mode. There you can provide the access to the end user according to requirement, like viewer access, admin access, or member access.
Okay. So do I need to give access of report and data set, or in the paginated reports?
Paginated report is the, see, most of the time what end user demand the end user demand to see the report into the Excel form, so that we so there we, according to that, what data we want to see, we see after publishing the report, we create a paginated report. Whatever the data we need to require, we fetch the data into the paginated report, and we can show it to the end user. So it is a Excel form of data, raw kind of a data. It is a transformed data, but it is a Excel form of data where the end user see the actual number for that particular visual. So there we can create a paginated report.
So uh, my next question is, so not now we technically we done. So just okay. So yeah. So yeah. So you can continue your last working day. Okay. So now you continue.
Okay. So in my last organization, I have worked as an individual contributor there as a Power BI developer. So yeah, according so we had a daily meeting were there, like every all the developer were meeting, the Azure developer, SQL Server manager, and the client, and all the developer were meeting on the every day on a one single meeting. When the weekly meeting, we had a discussion with my reporting manager to the from the client side, to whom I was reporting to the client side. So yeah, I was taking the requirement from him. So he was suggesting our reports, and these are the tables what we have. So you see what the output you can pull out from there. So yeah, so I had to made some kind of report according to the data, whatever the data they have been provided by them. So if there is any if they want to add some visual, or they want to see some more information according to their KPI, so they suggest on that, so I make the changes according to that.
Okay. So that is fine. So because we have a requirement like there is no one in you have to satisfy the customer requirements, right? So
Yes.
that is only your roles and responsibility.
Understood.
So, so are you confident for that?
Yes, I am. I have worked that way. Most of the time, you have to work that way only. It's saying like
So
initially.
did you work with the foreign clients, USA or Canada or something?
Yeah, my last
Okay.
client was Netherlands based client, and they are from different regions. Some they have multiple reports. So the client were from the same multiple reports and dashboard I had to make. So some are from Italy, some are from Canada, and some are from
Yeah, that I'm not okay.
Netherlands.
I'm not asking about now. So I'm not asking about now functionally and technically. So my question is, so do you know the client zone is timing is different, right?
Yeah.
So let's say we, because in USA we are we are working with the USA client only.
Mm-hmm.
We are not working any domestic client. Okay.
Okay.
So the client zone maybe it's CST, EST, PST. There is a different client zone and different time.
Yeah.
So let's say they let's say we have a meeting at 1 p.m. Let's say, just giving an example, their 1 p.m. So their 1 p.m. means our 12:30 or something is there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So are you ready? So not actually that 1 p.m. Right? Just I'm giving you example. But yeah, the client meeting is around this at 10 or 11 their morning. So it's around 11 or 10:30 our India time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Night. So are you confident? Are you available for attend the meetings and conversation with the client at that time? Or
Yes.
you have any restrictions?
No, what happened is most of the time they decide. See, they are also very flexible. In my current company, their timing was 8 p.m. So I have to log in at 8 p.m. for the giving the all information. So yeah, according,
Okay.
so every daily meeting you have to, they will provide you one timing. So according to that timing you have to be available for the discussion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, if it's a see, it's from depend client to client, right? But
Yeah.
some client is say, and it's our India 10 or 10:30 time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Night. So if this kind of situation occurs, then are you okay with that?
Yes, yes, I can work on that. Like most of the time
Okay.
you worked on the US
See,
UK
you
clients,
don't
right?
have to work. You have to just meet the client, understand the requirement, what you need, that you have to present,
Hmm.
and what you plan. That next day, our India morning time, you have to complete that, and just you have to meet at that time. That
Y-
no need to work until the whole night, right, or
Yes.
half of the night.
No,
Right?
no.
So that
You
is not
just have to attend the meeting
scenario.
only.
Just
Yeah.
meeting, yeah,
Hmm.
meeting, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I am done. So you at least you understand my requirement, right?
Yes, I understood.
So do you have any question or anything from your side? Because we asked you lots of questions. So if you have anything, you can ask me.
I understood that I would be the individual contributor there, so I have to work on the SQL and the Power BI both, or just into the Power BI only.
Yeah, SQL because see what I say, client has their limit. They don't have any idea.
Yes.
Just they know that this is my database. This if they have any technical guys, any database administrator from their end, so maybe they can help us, right? But
Yes.
if the client has no idea about any database or anything, right? They
Mm-hmm.
provide everything to you. Then we have to work on the database side also
Understood.
first because you need some data in Power BI. Data is a very raw format, right?
Hmm.
So in that case, you have to apply some logic. So there is a two scenario. Performance also you know that if you pull all the data in Power BI, then you process that, then Power BI will also perform slow, right?
Yeah, performance
So instead of
optimization.
that, whatever the required data, whatever the calculation, if you do already in the SQL and put the filter data, right?
Hmm.
So for that filtration, for that calculation, you have to write the procedure view in SQL. You have to write the logic. So for that, how confident are you?
I'm good at it, like I can do it.
Yeah, because the SQL development itself is a wide sea, right?
Yes.
It's
Hmm.
a बहुत बड़ा दरिया है बोल सकते हैं.
Yes.
ठीक है? So yeah, so that is the different story. But at least you can write yourself basically. Then it is good for us and you also. Otherwise,
Understood.
you will stuck in that situation. ठीक
Understood.
है?
Understood.
So that is one thing. Okay. Anything else?
No, I got the JD
Yeah.
from the
Okay.
Akhilesh. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then thank you, Archana, for
Thank you
your
so much.
time.
It was nice
Yeah.
talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Our HR will contact you for
Yeah.
that.
Thank you. Bye.
Next.